What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I wanted to put both of these budget 240mm all-in-one coolers against each other, and see if the price difference between the two means something. I hope you guys enjoy. A while back, I purchased the Corsair H100x 240mm all-in-one cooler, and just recently, I picked up the BitFenix Cube 240mm all-in-one cooler. I wanted to see which one is the better option here since they're both budget all-in-one coolers. The H100x is priced at $99, and the BitFenix Cube is priced at $70. I'll be comparing the two and seeing which one is the best. Let's start with the similarities. The H100x and BitFenix Cube are both ARGB controlled. Both all-in-one coolers use an ARGB splitter adapter to connect all of the ARGB together. They are both 240mm and both have high radiator fin density. The radiator fans for both coolers are PWM controlled, are 120mm fans, are 8 LED fans, and both use hydraulic bearings. Both tubing types are rubber. They also have the required hardware for installation. Both fans use a proprietary connector that requires a special adapter to be used with the most common kind of connections on your motherboard. Now on to the differences. The Cube has instructions included, while the H100x requires you to scan a QR code on the box in order to read the instructions. You're able to get the Cube in the color white, but the H100x only has the color black available, at least at the time of this video. The tubing for the Cube is nylon sleeved rubber, while the tubing on the H100x is straight rubber. The water block for the Cube is crystal clear, while on the H100x it isn't. The H100x has a rotatable pump cap, while the Cube doesn't. The H100x comes with pre-applied thermal paste, but you have to manually add the thermal paste for the Cube. The Cube has a PWM controlled pump that's able to reach up to 6200 RPM, while the H100x's pump is DC controlled and tops off around 3000 RPM. The Cube's pump is located in series with the cold side of the tubing, while the H100x's pump is located on the head. The cold plate on the tube is nickel-plated copper with anti-corrosive properties, while the cold plate on the H100x is straight copper with no mentioned anti-corrosive properties. The mounting hardware on the Cube is easy to install on the pump since it doesn't move around on your motherboard. But the mounting hardware on the H100x is a little inconvenient to mount since the hardware moves. The mounting hardware for the pump head is a single slip-on piece for the Cube, while it's dual pieces for the H100x. There is a fill or drain port on both the radiator and water block on the Cube, while there's only a fill or drain port on the pump head of the H100x. The H100x has 32 addressable ARGB LEDs, 16 on the pump head and 8 on both fans, while the Cube only has 24, 8 on the water block and 8 on the fans. The H100x has a quieter working noise of around 5 decibels versus the Cube's working noise of around 15 decibels. And finally, the H100x has a 5-year warranty, while the Cube only has a 3-year warranty. So now it's time to test both of them, to see which one will perform better. The thermal paste I'm using is Corsair's TM30 thermal paste, and I'm applying it using the dot method. To make things competitive, I will be using the stock fans for both of the coolers. Both coolers will be controlled through IQ and set on the balance preset, the only exceptions being the pumps, which both of them will be set to their respective operating speeds. Both coolers will be tasked with cooling this Ryzen 7 5700X in 3 different conditions: a stock condition, an auto overclock condition, and a manual overclock condition, all being done inside a 3500X case with the tempered glass on. Here are the results. Comparing the RGB of both coolers, they're both slightly dim, with the H100x pump head being slightly dimmer. The pump head on the H100x has a dual light loop setup, 12 LEDs on the outer ring and 4 LEDs on the logo. And the Cube has a single, very visible 8 LED light strip at the very bottom of the water block. The RGB on both coolers are vibrant, colorful, and very customizable. Well, those were some pretty interesting results. I thought that the Corsair was going to beat the BitFenix Cube in the tests, but it actually lost by a couple degrees. The BitFenix Cube beat the Corsair, and not only is the Cube cheaper, but in my opinion it looks slightly better due to the clear water block. It's pretty obvious which one's the better one here. This was just a fun test I wanted to do to see which one could beat the other, and well, we have our answer. But just remember, it's completely fine if you choose one cooler over the other. It's your build, so you put what you want in it. Anyways guys, that'll have to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, go ahead and leave a like, dislike if you didn't, and comment down below what you guys thought about this video. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any more content from me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.